What is up, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Camera Junkie livestream. My name is Luis, also known as Mr. Camera Junkie, where I remind you, as always, to upgrade your skills before your gear. Merry Christmas. If it's your first time here, welcome. Please be sure to introduce yourself into the chat so you can get a nice Camera Junkie Crew welcome. And as tradition goes around here, the first thing that we always do is to go ahead and check out to see who were the first junkies hanging out in the chat. So let's go ahead and do that. Right. All right, we got Greg. Listen to me. George. Greg. I was just talking about this. I need to get a bigger teleprompter. I'm using this small little 7-inch, and now that I moved it even further away, I can't even see like what it is that I'm supposed to be seeing. But there we are. George saying hello to all. How are you doing, sir? Like I should have known. Like I shouldn't even be trying to read the name because I know it by the avatar. Saying hi to Paul. We got on camera saying hi to Parker. Also saying hi to George. Says Gretchen here, and on the other channel, well, she's doubling up. See, George is saying hi to Gretchen. Hi to Paul. Saying okay, here again, and the MCJ fam. How you doing, Gretchen? Thank you for hanging out, especially on this Saturday night where probably gonna be wrapping presents. I imagine you guys are wrapping some gifts and doing some last minute shopping. That's basically what I'll be doing tomorrow afternoon. I'll be wrapping up like the final gifts and doing what I need to do for the holidays. But I wish you all the best in your holidays. We have Mr. Parker Jennings in the house as well, saying hello to everyone. How are you? And Mr. Moderator saying greetings, and he's saying hi to everybody here. Something happened with it. I think when the messages or the chats are done before the live actually kicks in, I think they just jumble them up by everyone, so they don't come in like, I forget, they don't come into like the natural order. Yes, thumbs up says wait, thumbs up is sitting above. Okay, so let me see what she's saying. Thumbs up sitting above the light that is over your head, sitting on your left. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. What happened to the music? Did you guys hear that like break in the music? Oh no, that was just me. I gotta, let me put my phone on do not disturb. These headsets are connected to both. Focus mode, do not disturb, do not connect. It's working out pretty good. These the bone conducting headphones, I've been enjoying them, and more than anything, they work the best in the car. So like me, that I don't blast the radio because of Aiden, and I want to like listen to things on my phone or anything as far as music goes from my phone. I usually have my AirPods with, you know, the ambient like available, but because these are open ear, that just happens naturally, and because they're conducting through the bone, you're not losing anything to outside noise. So it's very surprising that I don't have to like pump them up all the way so that I can hear the music, and I've been able to like jam out in the car fairly easily with these bone conducting headphones. So if you're looking into the technology, I recommend it. Basically, from whichever company you get it, I think they're all going to be working fairly the same. I got mine from the Raycon on the deal for Black Friday, and the battery life is phenomenal as well. I'm getting about 12 hours of battery life, and so it's just I put them on all day and I forget that I have them on, including that they're connected to my phone and my setup. So it's just been super convenient. But I went off on a tangent there. Let me continue because we're checking out chats. Oh, and Gretchen, that's right, she said this was sitting above, so if we go over here, said the light above my head, and we got the thumbs up. You know what? You nailed it, Gretchen. So great job. Oh, are we hearing this? Oh, we're hitting the wrong button. Let me see here. There we go. Good one. So Gretchen's already got the first one. I thought I was gonna be pretty good on that one, but 1 point for Gretchen right away for getting item number 1. And whenever we see this, that's a good time to remind you to hit the like button. All right. All right, so we already got off to a good start, and Gretchen's got the first point. Hey, Carlos is in the house saying hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Likewise, I hope you and yours are doing very well. This is the scene, so that the comments are there correct. There we go. All right. Hey, K-Wall's in the house as well. Says, hello all. Happy Saturday night. Greetings from the road traveled while listening. Awesome. Well, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for spending some time with me. And I just keep squinting. And today I changed the lighting up and everything like that, so it's a little bit darker. And it's just making me squint to make sure that I can see that. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting that new XXL Elgato teleprompter. You know, I've been using this for, wow, think about it, damn near 5 years. I've had this teleprompter set up. I've gone through a couple of monitors, but I think I'm gonna try to avoid the bifocals, and I'm gonna get the bigger teleprompter. you gotta hold that off as far as you can, as long as you can, better said. So let's continue. All right. Well, today I pretty much I don't really have much to say besides like wondering how you guys spent your holidays, because we're just hanging out. I got a little Christmas tree, so I can show you. Actually, let me see if I get a better shot of it. We can do the back shot. So right there behind the scenes, we got a little 2-foot tree. We got a little light over there, as you can see, gleaming through, so you can see the star. But yeah, that with the lights and my new setup, as you can see, I got this behind the scenes glow as well. So I've been able to change things up, and I've just been having a lot of fun with the new setup. And instead of brightening everything up, as you can see, I threw on my my gridded lights so that I can control the light. And now I have a more dramatic look when it comes to this whole setup. And this is my main shot, which is my anamorphic feed. But then this shot looks really good. As you can see, it's got a much better shot of the Christmas tree, and just the lights in the back and everything is just working really well. And I absolutely love the way this camera looks. Like, none of my other cameras can match this Film X look. Right at the camera, it's crazy, but this Red camera really is just, it is its own monster. And yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun testing out like a lot of different things, and to see how much difference the files that I'm getting from the camera using Ecamm are from me using the Red RAW directly. But you know, like when it's baked in, it also still looks good. But it's a much better shot of the little Christmas tree and the star that I got. So I have that now because I just have a little bit extra space, right? I have a little bit more space that I'm not used to having from my like prior place, where everything was very, very constricted. And now I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a little Christmas tree. I couldn't get a big one because I really don't have any other place to put it for all of the other months throughout the year. But for right now, it's doing its job. And I would love to know as well, like, what is your what's on your Christmas list, or what's on your wish list? Because I think, you know, to be honest, like, there are, of course, there's a couple of camera bodies and lenses that I would love to have, but as of right now, I think I'm very happy, very blessed with what I have available to me right now. I'm going to be looking into some more anamorphic lenses, obviously, because of my new app, and I'm having so much fun with it. But at the same time, like, I can't get away from like my vintage lenses, because like I said, the way that this looks right here is just amazing to me. Like, I absolutely love it, and I want to record a full-on YouTube video using the red. Well, I'm gonna be doing it soon. But and then another thing is, what is like your end of year goals? Because I have a whole new set of end of year goals to have things ready for the new year. But I'll be waiting for your responses. But what we can do as well is something that I did have set up, which is just some of the games here, so we can get into it a bit early. But we can do snap decisions. Bam, snap decisions. This is a game where you basically, it's a would you rather, right? But in the form of camera questions. That's why they're snap decisions. And this week we're also going to be doing them Christmas themed as well. So let's get into them. Oh, that was not the right way. Boom. All right, let's do it here. Okay, the first question in snap decisions this week is, would you rather get a new camera gear for Christmas? Okay, I wanted to make sure, because I asked Mr. Chad from GPT, and it just seemed they're not the same questions. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't the same one from last week. It just seemed too similar. But anyways, let's get into it. Snap decisions. Would you rather get camera gear as a gift every year, which is like, yeah, right? Or get uninterrupted time to create during the holidays? You see, it just seems similar. Like we had asked a similar question to that. I might have Chad ask a completely new set of questions. But if we're gonna go with it, would you rather get camera gear as a gift every year or get uninterrupted time to create during the holidays? And I think we talked about this last week, and I'm gonna answer it the same way, which is the camera gear. Like, we would always want the camera gear, but then at the same time, right, I'm gonna make time for the gear, for all the things that I'm interested in. So even if it's uninterrupted, it's still gonna be time with the gear. So I would always get the right. Like, I just saw Gretchen saying the same questions. I think let's go ahead. I'm gonna give it another whirl with Mr. Chad from GPT. And that's why we go live, because we can do it on the fly. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Oh, Paul got the second one. Oh, hold on. All right, so we have all three mystery items or hidden items done correctly. So the first one I'm gonna click in order that I got it is guess the film canister is under the Christmas tree, and it is. As soon as that, I snuck it in there, and it's right here. So we have that right there. Point for Gretchen. So that's 2 points for Gretchen tonight. And the message that I have right underneath it says, I see the meat too under one of your monitors, but I don't think it's the one that counts. Actually, it is, Paul. So if we go right back to it, it's right under my monitor, and that's exactly where I just magnetized it. Right there. I was trying to see if I was gonna be like coy and like be sneaky and be able to just like put it out in the open and do exactly that, but You guys got it. So congratulations to Paul and Gretchen. Gretchen's got 2 points and Paul's got one. And with this new thing that I just was made aware of about getting the transcripts, because they've been a little difficult to get my transcripts if I haven't taken the entire file and like throw it into Descript or something. I'm just trying to find the easiest way to get those transcripts so that I can throw them into either one of my like chat, Claude, or maybe even Notion. But I think Notion is the one that I just want to throw all the transcripts in there and then start using the AI from it to be able to get all my information out so that I can get a list of my cities gauze that I've done, so that I have a list of who I've done and who I haven't, like highlighted on that series, and then also so that I can get all the points associated for the end of the year, so that we can go into the new year with a new, point setup, and whoever's leading and winning, I'm gonna make sure that I send a very special prize for hanging out with me every single weekend playing the games. That just it's just fun to just try to find new places for these items as well. So Paul, you says you can't type tonight, but you got it anyways. It says under our Christmas tree is the Canon 45 1.2 lens. It's a gift for both of us. Christmas Day at my sister's, New Year's, we'll have the Phoenix crowd joining us there. That's so cool, and that's just such an amazing lens. I think on Brandon's show, that one lens of the year, just because it's such an amazing lens at such a inexpensive price. Like, to really think an f1.2 at under $500 from Canon, that's really, they're really stepping up their game, because anything 1.2 was considered an L lens prior to that, and they were charging you every penny that they could for it. Like, I still see some of those 70 to 200 white ones, like the version ones that people are still trying to sell for like $1,200. I'm like, man, like, thanks but no thanks, right? It's not that they're bad lenses, just for the older tech. Like, you're gonna have to take a hit. We got a bug in the building. I don't know how that got in here. Most likely through the door. But let's continue. Okay, so we were saying that it was the same questions. Oh wow, look at this. Carlos says he's in Joshua Tree right now. Says spending Christmas in the desert, jacuzzi under the stars, taking advantage of the amazing landscapes and recording some videos for the new year. That's dope, and that sounds super cool. Gretchen's jealous over here. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. So, thank you for letting me know. It looks like Gretchen is being fair, saying that Paul had mentioned it before. Okay, we got the thumbs up over here. Let me see. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, thank you for being amazing, Gretchen. So that's actually 1 point for Gretchen and 2 for Paul. He put in a late push, because that's why I said I need to get Chad from GPT to tally everything up, because I spoke all of those point tallies together, just because of like that thumbs up that he got was like 4 points all on its own, just that 1 week, because it had sat on the printer for like a month. So that's super cool. So thank you, Gretchen, and I'm excited to get all of these things together, because like, we're always trying to motivate each other and keep each other going. And one of the things that we do normally at this time is like give each other like, or ask each other, better said, like a word that you're gonna be using for the year, and I believe that the word that I chose last year was like abundance. And it's gonna be similar to it this year. I'm gonna my chosen word is more, and that's kind of holding myself accountable. So it's just going to be more of everything, output more videos, more live streams, more recorded content, more help, more everything. And it's just going to be more. And that's where my mind is right now. And the only way to live in abundance that I had said is to do more, to accomplish more. And that's where I'm at. So more is my word for 2026, even though I'm using it right now. It's just the mindset, and I'm not waiting for a calendar to hit to put things into place. So that's where I'm at. And more is my word, just more. So yeah, I'm excited for 2026. You know, even though I'm not waiting for it, I'm excited for what's going to be accomplished in this calendar year. Okay, Gretchen said camera gear, please. But let's continue. I'm going to ask it 3 more questions. Let's try to refresh this as well. Okay, let's see. We got 3 more questions, so let's see if how we feel about them, and we're gonna continue with those. Okay, question on would you rather in Snap Decisions: get one piece of gear you really want, or get gift cards to slowly build your kit all year? That's interesting. So would you rather get one piece of gear that you really want, that's probably like a really high ticket item, or would you rather get like gift cards that will allow you to build out your kit throughout the year? And if it's between those 2 options, I'm going to say I would do the gift cards, because like to build out the kit is what I have a lot of fun doing, and you never know what could come out, could be announced in the middle of the year that's not here now, that will probably be just like a lot better. So I'm one of those that I'm willing to like, you know, like stick it out like I did for these Beetle lenses. Like I've been waiting to get into anamorphics, and I was just waiting for these to be available after I saw them at, I forgot what was the thing right now. I think it was NAB that they did the live stream, and then when they came on sale, I pulled the trigger, and I'm just like ecstatic, because it's crazy. Like without certain events happening, I wouldn't have made the application that I made for anamorphic lenses, which is what just leaves me baffled, because I wouldn't have thought that a month ago. But I'm super excited for this because it's just so much fun, right? When we can go from a shot like this and then go to the cinema and now we're extra wide with the anamorphic NDI app, which I have so much fun using. And today, Mr. Brandon Talbot I was helping him out set it up, right? Because he's going to go and do a live stream using it on Monday, but then he went right away and put it on his stories, and then I shared it on my stories, and it was just like, I'm just having so much fun, and I'm really excited for everything that the potential. So okay, this is where I left the messages where Gretchen was saying that she thinks Paul got it. So once again, thank you. Says yes, still after, am I reading this correct? Yep, still out here, Gretchen. Yeah, I read it right. No, I think she's good. I think you got the point. She's cool with it. I've been driving all day. Started with Doc's stream and ended with yours. Oh wow. Where are you driving from and to? Because like to be driving all day, That's a lot of miles, unless you're going at a snail's pace, which I doubt. It says I have the Canon 70 to 200 1.2 EF lens. That's an amazing lens, but heavy. Exactly. But this is what I'm saying. Like, if you have it, you have it. That's like me. Like, honestly, this lens right there, that guy is M42 manual lens, but it is a zoom lens. I think it's a 70 to 280, and it's f4. But like when you're at 280, f4 is Boca Town, right? It's just blurred backgrounds, just craziness. And that thing's a tank, all metal build, all metal internals. There's nothing light about it, and you have to use a metal adapter to be able to hold all that weight. That thing's a beast. But the images that come from it are, unique, are its own, which is the aberrations, what people like to call character when it comes into these lenses, which is what I have so much fun with. Like, I've been itching to hit a pawn shop and find something, and just find like one of these diamonds in the rough. And that's how I built out my thing. So going back to the question, I would think I'll be doing the gift cards. Let me see what you guys have to say about it. K-Wall says, I love some Joshua Tree's temperatures day, and the New York, North Carolina started at 54 and moving to Jersey it dropped to 34. Oh, so you're moving to New Jersey. Oh, that's news. Well, I hope that's like the best move for you, and congratulations. Oh, we getting the message again. Gretchen, I forgot to turn off my recording, and it's telling me the disk space is low. Let me go ahead and turn that off real quick. Video recording, and we're gonna uncheck it, and that's it. Okay, so we don't fill up the hard drive and then have no space, and then everything else starts glitching. Yeah, but I'm trying to do this, guys. I'm just being real. I'm not gonna get the bifocals, but I am gonna get the bigger teleprompter. Okay, so Gretchen says the same thing. The gift cards and build out the kit. Things change, right? That's exactly what I was thinking. Such a reliable lens, Gretchen. Using that a lot down here. Oh, that's so cool. You're running Canon? I thought you were Fuji. Carlos, I thought you used to shoot Fuji, or maybe still do, or have some, but like me, camera agnostic. We could just, if it's got a sensor and we could attach lenses to it, we're gonna use it. All right, Gretchen says goal for 2026 is full on push to make 2026 the global year of kindness. An idea that came from my bucket filler brigade, my channel community, and we're making it happen. That is amazing. That's so cool. Oh, it says not moving, just home for the holidays. Oh, okay. Well, I read moving. I'm like, oh, whoa, like you're moving from North Carolina? But that's cool. I don't have well, it's unfortunate, but we don't have a lot of family left. So we're just making the most that we can with the family that we have left. I'm excited to actually spend the holidays with my sister and hopefully my father. Keep him in prayers because right now he's in the hospital. So we're just trying to see if he's gonna be sent home for the holidays so that he could actually spend this Christmas with us on the day. It might be our last Christmas with our father, so just trying to make the most of the time that we have, which is probably why I don't have a lot going on this week, because it's just been a lot of just setting things up for the upcoming holiday and helping out with my father as you know, like taking him back and forth to the hospital, stuff like that. So hey, Just Tornado is in the house saying, "Hey, Luis and all, how are you? How you doing, Tora?" Rig down my Pocket 3. I'm loving it. Oh, that's so cool. Like, I don't know if I told you guys this story. I was gonna pull the trigger on a Pocket 3 last year, and Mr. Rock of Doc, Mr. Doc Rock, told me, "Hey, just hold off because most likely we're gonna get the Pocket 4." And I was like, "Okay, well, if those are like the rumors, I'll hold off." And tariffs, and then like all the things that are happening, and now DJI is like getting banned out of the United States. It's just like, you gotta be kidding me. So it's just hilarious that like I didn't pull the trigger on it, and now you can't get them at all. Like, and it was on sale from Amazon that I was gonna be paying like interest free for like, oh my god, that was just the worst. Like, missed shot, so to speak. I missed that deal completely. So, but I did hear that there's a 4 coming out. I just gotta see if we're gonna be able to get our hands on it. Hopefully, if anything, it's just the drone division and they can still sell the cameras, because one way or another, like, talking about that, right? Just bringing that up as a subject. Let's say DJI gets banned. DJI owns Hasselblad, and Hasselblad is still being sold and not having any problems. So could they not just put their camera division and put the Osmo under like the Hasselblad brand, even though, I think they wouldn't want to do that because of the prestige, but one way or another, basically do the same thing, right? Call it hassle worse. Not hassle. That was stupid but funny. Says, thanks for the webcam recommendation. I'm ordering that one. I'm guessing you're talking about my video, the S3. If you are, let me iterate on it. I've been so impressed with that camera. I'm gonna be making another video shortly about the S3 and its magic in low light, because I kid you not, I was in this studio here editing a video. Everything was off, and I mean everything was off. The only light emanating from anything was just these 3 monitors, this was even on a low, my laptop, but just these 2 main monitors was the only thing lit. And I was like, you know what, just for SNGs, let me go ahead and click on this thing to see like what it does as far as the AI adjusting for the light or lack of light. Man, it pumped that thing up to like 6400 on the ISO and all this stuff, but it was still such a usable image that I was blown away. I'm talking Sony levels of like night vision on this S3, which I was just like I wouldn't recommend obviously to go with no light, but if you don't have it, man, this thing is really punching above its weight on all these aspects. And if you give it good light, man, it's gonna give you an amazing image. I just stayed in shock that I just recorded the whole thing with that front facing camera, and it looked great, like, and substantially more than you would get from an iPhone and things like that. And the iPhone cameras are great, but I'm just super impressed with that S3. So, and if you're talking about something else, it's like I just went on this rant for it, but I imagine that's what you're talking about. Carlos is saying, dropping a video tomorrow, shot on the Pocket 3. Man, like, it's a great camera. Says only drones are getting banned. Hopefully, right? And if that's great. Then, one of two things are gonna happen. When the 4 comes out, I'm either gonna pull the trigger on that. But if prices changes or anything like that, and I don't see that it's viable, then I'll just see what'll be the best deal that I can get on that one. It's kind of like what I did with the A6600. As soon as I saw that the A6700, the one that would precede that camera, came with a flip out screen, I got my hands on the 6600 because I knew that that was going to be the last flip up screen. And I just pulled it out the other day, and man, that's a great freaking camera. Like, absolutely love it. And right now, if you're using any of the wireless microphones, right, like any of them that you just clip on, or the Rhodes, that you're not using the on camera, like, hot shoe microphones that come from Sony, man, I really think that the A6600 in that form factor is so much better for like content creation and vlogging. I'll That's the hill that I will die on. That's fine. Oh yeah, so she's saying the same thing. Yes, the S3. Thank you. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, because or found value out of it, because like I said, I'm just it's the yeah, it's just like I'm gonna be recommending that camera for a lot of people. It's just gonna make it easy, and like I called it, I think it's the shortcut. It is the easiest way for you to get a really good image. You know what? Like, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on here, because like even with this low light situation, I'll still be able to get something very good. Actually, you know what? I don't have the extra USB. I am tapped out because I got the OBS bot. I have that, which is the A7R2. I have the Nikon and the Red and the iPhone. Yeah, I got them all going. Oh, and another thing I did was I bought on a deal this week. It was like 50% off. So instead of just getting the deal, I bought 2 of them in 2 separate colors, which is, let me show you my top down, my new mouse pad. So I got these topographical lines, and I think they're just better for the camera to be able to autofocus. And I got it in white so that it can contrast better whenever I bring a camera or a device. Here, let me see. Right? Most of the devices are black in color, so this is just going to be working better. And instead of it hunting, my top-down shot is going to look that much better. But most of the time and most of the week, I don't trust myself with the white mouse pad. This thing is going to stain instantly. That's why I bought 2, and the one underneath it is basically the same. Let me show you this corner over here, but in black. And this is the everyday matte, and then this is the content creator live stream matte. So as soon as we're done, I'm gonna roll this back up and then throw it in a drawer so that I don't just mess it up, because anything that's gonna touch a white, anything basically, especially a mouse pad, is gonna get grimy. And the more that I put my hands on it, I'm just gonna be able to. So I'm gonna see how this works out. But more than anything, I gotta also say that my new setup over here, this thing, let me go to another camera. You know what? Let's go to the OBS bot that we're talking about. So that camera right there, bam. That guy and this setup here on the new Husky desk, I'm absolutely loving. So, Tora, that you saw the video, that top-down shot with the wood grain and everything, that shot of the camera itself, right there, and it's like, you can see the quality difference. I absolutely love it. I got my FX30 hanging up from the top, and I can't wait to do more top-down shots on this new setup. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Oh wow, look who made it. Kimbucha is in the house. Such a long time. Says hi, long time no see. Glad to catch you in for a little bit. Happy holidays. Likewise, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. Those are the ones that we miss. Also, happy birthday. All the ones that we missed through the year. Easter, all of them. But it's so nice to see you here, especially during like the end of the year and the holidays, especially like that's when all of this started, right? And if you didn't know, we just finished about 5 years. Oh, I'm on this camera over here. I'm all wrong. Just 5 years of this live stream, doing it every single week, and it's just, I can't believe it how the time flies. But that's where we're at. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to my anamorphic scene. All right. Oh, check this out. It says, Gretchen says, drop a link for that mouse pad. I want to paint one. They were on sale for like 50% off. So like I said, instead of just grabbing one for the half price, I was like, you know what? Let me grab two, see exactly how I want to play it. And this, I'm playing it by ear. All right. We got some more questions as well. And then we got Cities Go to close things out. That out of the way. And now I'm opening up Amazon. It's gonna be the same link, and because it's the same exact mouse pad, you just have to like select the color. So you gotta like select the color and then put that in your basket, and then kind of take a step backwards and send it in with the other color. But they also have a bunch of different colors as well. This is a very interesting Christmas song. Okay, so we got the link here. Copy link, and now I'm putting that in the chat. There you go, Gretchen. Let's see what you guys are saying. She's saying, I can't wait to get mine. The quality in the vid you made, it says, showed the power and look that I can get with the without a big price. Yeah, the words are hard today. Let me read it over here instead of trying to do it off the teleprompter. It says, I can't wait to get mine. The quality, that should have happened, right? Time just right out. Says, in the video you made, showed the power and the look of this little camera without the big price tag. Absolutely. Like, that's why I said, like, most people are always trying to get the look and everything like that, and they're trying to, like, how do you get the bokeh? How do you get the blurry backgrounds? And man, that camera just makes it super easy. I'm really impressed. And you know, just a little insider baseball as well. I don't know if it's gonna continue that way, but they're also like doing really well as far as communication goes on the back end with the updates and listening to the feedback that we're giving them. So you know, I mentioned that I want like manual control on the focus, just because I'm a control freak with cameras. So the more control that we can get, the better, because that way you can set different focal points by distances into different scenes. But fingers crossed, like I said, they've been pretty good, and it just hopes that, like, you know, we can add things like that to this little camera setup, because it's just doing so well. It is. But maybe we might see it in a version 2 as well. So, but when it comes to this, I always say get it for what it does, and what it does already is just like, it really is impressive. And like I said, wait till you see the video that I'm gonna make just about its low light capabilities, because I'm gonna just replicate the same exact thing. I'm gonna like record like this main camera to show how you can't even see me because there's no lights whatsoever, and then I flip to that camera and it's just like you can see everything. You can see the things in the back wall. It is just so impressive what I was able to do in the dark with just the lights from my monitors. Nuts. And also, like, not really like just watching or like having web pages open, and I run everything on dark mode. So that's why I'm telling you, I'm like really impressed, because it wasn't like I was trying to create white scenes and open up like empty blank pages so that everything is white and bright. so that it can reflect as much light. Not at all. Like, I'm really impressed with that camera. But let's continue. Says, I know it's been so many celebrations. It's really been 5 years. Shut up, no way. Yeah, I swear it feels like yesterday when we all started hanging out. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're thinking it's 2025, but Aiden just turned 10. Like, Aiden just turned 10 years old and he's getting so big. So just imagine, like, time really does fly. But like I said, I'm really excited for this upcoming year. I hadn't even been paying attention, but you're right. That's 5 years. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I put the link there. Tora just says, I like what you said that it doesn't overheat. No, it gets warm, but it doesn't overheat. Absolutely. That's the other thing. It'll absolutely work with inside the teleprompter. So, yep. And I'm looking to get the bigger teleprompter. If you haven't heard, I'm doing everything to hold off bifocals as much as possible. So I'm gonna get the bigger. I'm working off of a 7-inch screen, and I pushed it back even further. So the words are like tiny right now. Okay, I want a white one that I can paint in crazy kaleidoscope colors. Oh, absolutely. But if I think I sent the one for the dark color. But like I said, all you have to do is just select the color underneath. Yep. So if you open it up, Gretchen, just select the other color, and if you want, I'll send in the link for the white one. Yes, Aiden is 10, right? How the time flies. All right, so let's go to question number 2 because I'm squirreling off over here. Question number 2 on Snap Decision. Would you rather shoot Christmas morning family moments or shoot a perfectly hit holiday cinematic montage? That's easy for me. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. I'll give you a second before I give you my answer. Needed that second for refreshment. So, question once again. Would you rather shoot Christmas morning family moments or shoot a perfectly lit holiday cinematic montage? And for me, that's easy. Candid family moments in the morning is why I shoot photography. Like those aspects, like I don't even wait for the holidays. I just do it with Aiden all the time in the morning and just grab the camera, and like my Fuji camera sitting in the back over here, that guy right there in the corner, bam. That camera is full of Aiden. That camera is full of Aiden. What? And that's why I love testing out cameras. I just love getting these candid moments and snapping those shots and the memories. Going back to what I was saying, it's unfortunate that I don't have a lot of family left. And what it really makes me think about is taking advantage of every moment, even when it comes to photography, because my older sister, may she rest in peace, she used to hate taking photos. Like whenever I would grab a camera, she would always right away put the hand in front of the face. It was never a good photo, just impossible. And it's always like, oh no, we'll take the photos later when I get ready, when I'm ready for the photos, and like waiting to get ready. And now there's no more moments to capture. And now she's no longer with us, and all those missed opportunities for photos that would have lived on and be able to be shared with the rest of our family don't exist. And after she passed away is when I really also was just like, I wasn't gonna let anything stop me from taking photos. And that's why like I said, I would easily shoot the morning Christmas family moments 100-fold over any like preset montage. Like I'm not making what are they called, postcards, right? Like the cards that you send to people, like, hey, I've been in Arizona, like or Christmas cards for the holidays. I'm not into shooting those, so my choice would be the Christmas morning family moments. Let me see what you guys say. Gretchen says it's in the cart. Okay, so Gretchen also says Christmas morning family moments. George says the same thing. Christmas morning, it's also so special with the kiddos, right? Oh my god, like how old is your baby now? Because like if Aiden's 10, like, you know, we all lose track of time, and I'll tell you the truth, it's just gonna get to the point where you don't care about receiving gifts. It's all about like the expression on their face when they open that up, that like that spark, and seeing Aiden smile. That's the light of my life. That's it. Absolutely, candid is where it's at. All of my favorite photos have all been candid shots of just like my family while they were still here, just hanging out, and not knowing that I was taking photos, because I'm always fiddling with my camera, right? So I would always just fiddle, and then when I would see them, I would just set it up and snap the shot, and then I would show them the shot, and they would love it. Like they would be like, "Oh, that's a great shot." I go, "Yeah, but if I would have told you that I was gonna take the shot, it wouldn't have been candid, and that would have been it." So, right? It says posting is for posers. Posing is for posers. It's for business. Let me say that. Posing is for business, because when you need to take headshots and things like that, you have to pose. You have to. The trick to photography is to make them feel like they're not taking a photo, which is something that I think I was able to do successfully when I was, you know, doing more of that, which is, you know, like when you go to do a headshot, just making them feel comfortable so that you can get a natural smile out of them instead of something really posed. One thing that I also had, which is just like really cool memories, like amazing memories that I had, is dealing with children and how children would gravitate to me. And like I remember being on a photo shoot with my cousin, and this little boy was just like having so much fun, and everybody was just in shock, and they were like, this kid he's not nice to nobody. Like, he's not nice to nobody, and for some reason, like, he is having a blast with you. And I was like, well, I don't know. So that's one thing that I've always taken advantage of. So yeah, but that's what I would say. Posing, when it comes to that, is for business. Everything else to me is candid shots. It's where it's at. Right? That's where you really like capture the memories. That's funny. Oh my god, look, Enzo, it's 3.5, and we just introduced Santa this year. He's so excited. Can't wait. Oh my god. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, if it was like 2-ish, right, it wouldn't have that effect. 3.5 right now. Oh my god. I wish you the best in this holiday season. And I gotta tell you, make sure you have that camera and those batteries full at all times, because you're gonna be snapping away, and those are gonna be the best memories that you have. I guarantee it. Oh, congratulations. That's so cool. It says, I'll make sure to order the S3 through the links as my holidays blessing to you and Aiden. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Like, you see, a little goes a long way, but a long way is why I had mentioned from before about more. And the more I'm able to output, right, the more I'll be able to have income, right? And I just don't have to worry about the income. I have to worry about my output, because if I were to be making more videos, right, just more videos in general, then there's more opportunities for people to see the content and then use my affiliate links and things like that. So that's where I'm gonna be doing it. And I also had just like, I have a whole new like gust of wind beneath my wings, right? Is that how you, is that the way the saying goes? But yeah, and that has to do with this application, what you're seeing right now, the anamorphic application and the anamorphic NDI, going back to the cinema, right? And having this stretched out image and being able to use this on a live stream. And the friends that I have here on YouTube that are excited for this app and to use it, I'm really excited for the potential of where this can go, and where I have a really strong feeling of what it's going to, where it's gonna go, and the doors and the opportunities that is gonna, that's gonna be available. I'm just really excited. And it's all about output, right? About what you put out and not worry about everything else. All right. Question number 3, so we can close out the night, because this is also episode 264. 264 consecutive weeks of the Camera Junkie live stream. And I thank you guys always for hanging out. All right. Hard version of Would You Rather, and it's not decisions. Would you rather have your best video of the year drop on Christmas Day, or save it for January and start the year strong? Okay, so basically saying, hypothetically, what I understand from this is that we really don't know which video is going to be our best video. But if the video that we have right now is going to be that fire video, the one that's just gonna be like amazing, would you want to drop it on Christmas Day, or save it for January to start the year strong? I don't think that's much of a question. Like, I think I'm gonna need to give Chad a new like index of like what we actually do here, because I would drop it on Christmas Day. You know, I would love to hear what you guys have to say, but that to me is like a no-brainer. I would drop it on Christmas Day. It's like, if it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good on Christmas Day, and it's not gonna stop being good on January 1st, right? So why wait? Why hold it? You know, if you're someone like Mr. Tom Buck, right, that has the ability to have videos in advance, have videos in advance. I think I'll be putting out the video right away. Like, I'm just gonna wait right away, because it's all like a lottery, right? And the more numbers that you're able to play, the better the chances. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't wait for January to start the year strong. It's like saying, why wait for January to start using like the motivational words and start getting things in order? Like, I'm doing it now, even though I'm setting my ideas and my goals for the next year. I'm lining all the ducks right now. So let me see what you guys have to say. Where's my mouse? There we are. Oh, okay. So we just have Gretchen says save for January. Oh, that's interesting. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Right? Like, why you would start the year strong, because I don't see a real difference in a week, right? Christmas Day to like New Year's in January. So I would love to hear why you think that way. Maybe you could change my mind. But with that being said, that's there. Bam. Let's do Cities God, channels that I think you should go and watch. I finished with the music like perfectly. Ding. All right, so this week's Cities Gone. Bam, Mr. Josh Cameron. Now, I recently came across this channel and I saw like 2 videos kind of like back to back, because you know how YouTube works, and I enjoyed the content. even though he shoots Lumix, we're not going to hold that against him. But Mr. Josh Cameron is someone that I just recently came across. He's at 34,000 subscribers, about to be at 35. And he's a camera junkie, as you can see. Lenses, cameras, you see, like, you know, talking about dethroned, right? The, you know, like the FX3, things like that. So like I said, he's a Lumix shooter content creator, but he's still got a lot of content that I was able to enjoy. And you know, even if you're not shooting Lumix or anything like that, just apply it to the cameras that you have. But it's a lot of fun and I've enjoyed his content. And that's this week's Cities Gone channels that I think you should go and watch. And this week is Mr. Josh Cameron. I wish I knew more of him, but I've only seen like 2 or 3 of his videos before I subscribed. And like I said, like he's just new to me as a content creator, but he's also this week's Cities Gone channels that I think you should go and watch. And there we have it. Bam. Over here, and then we hit this button and that goes up and away. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, so Tora says, I would do on Christmas Day because I might not make it to New Year's Day, but that viral memory would outlive me and help many people. I mean, I'd be unpublished. Absolutely. Okay, I read that correctly, but I guess I'll ask you something on a DM. I'm gonna keep you in my prayers. Gretchen says, I say January, the video may be my best, but I don't think that anyone is going to be watching on Christmas. In January, everyone is recovering from New Year's Eve, vegging out and watching YouTube. That's a good way of looking at it. And then start the year strong. Carlos says, I like the Christmas gift, but to start off the new year strong with views and new subs, I'd go with dropping on the new year. See? That's very interesting. I hear you out, but I still think that I guess my take on it is like, I wouldn't wait. I'm more like Tora. Like I wouldn't be able to wait on it as well. Like I just like imagine using Tora for example, right? If I would have waited for this video, and it doesn't have to be my greatest, but if I would have waited for this video and say, oh, I'm gonna drop it in January, she could have purchased a completely different webcam, right? Before the Christmas holiday season and everything like that. And then would have gotten the information of something better and been like, man, I wish I would have known of this camera before I bought this one. Hence put that whatever it is there, right? Like I wish I would have bought that over the Logitech. And now she made a good decision because I was able to make that video and not wait any longer, even though it was probably behind. You understand? Like I should have probably put it out even sooner, but I'm doing my best. But that's why I say I got to do more, and it's just holding myself accountable. Just do more. Okay, good. I guess you got the message, and I was like, if you don't last to the year, like my heart sank. I was like, is there something I don't know about, right? But I'm glad to hear. Say like nothing's wrong. I'm healthy. But yeah, exactly. And that goes to show it. Like somebody that I had mentioned here on Cities Gone before, which is one of my more playful Cities Gone inductees, so to speak, is when I mentioned about the car content creator here in northern Florida that I follow, Mr. Cletus McFarland. And watching his content, he's just been expanding like immensely. So I don't know if you followed that channel at all, but just to give you a little synopsis, like he's gone from creating YouTube car content to purchasing his own racetrack over there in I'm forgetting the name of the town that he's at, but in northern Florida near the Tampa area, right? So he's got this racetrack called the Freedom Factory. He's done so many things, and one of those things that he was able to do is actually now start racing for like the pro am, right? The professional amateur NASCAR teams, and he's the driver for the Kinetics team, and that was something that's just been coming about, and because of it he's been in contact with a lot of NASCAR, like in the biz, so to speak, NASCAR drivers. And one that he became very good friends with is Mr. Greg Biffle. And Mr. Greg Biffle, being an ex NASCAR driver himself, became a regular on the Cletus McFarlane channel. They It sucks because it's just like it's very unfortunate, but just a couple of days ago, him, his wife, and his 2 children all tragically passed away on a plane crash that happened, and it's very, very unfortunate. But just going back and not trying to be somber, but it's more about make the most of your everyday, because like Toro was saying, even though I'm glad to hear that there's nothing wrong, but we have to make the most of our everyday, because we don't know. It doesn't have to be, like a health thing. It could be something just tragically goes wrong, a blown tire on a highway, a final destination moment, for lack of a better word. And it's very unfortunate, but that's why you got to make the most of every day. You got to make the most of every day. So if you didn't know, then I'll also be the one to let you know about the Biffle family. It's super sad, because it's someone that, like I said, even to me as a viewer of that channel, became, like, it's just a name synonymous with that content, and it's just like that parasocial relationship that you just feel like that them even though they've never met you. And it's just sad. So, but I wish everyone the best holiday. Like, this is the Christmas stream, and it was just unfortunate, but it just happened this week. So I guess I just want to show my respects as well for the content creators that I follow, and him and his family, the extended family that goes past his direct family, and everyone who's known and loved that man. um, I guess, yeah, like, you know what? A moment of silence for the Biffles. And that's that. Let me see what you guys are saying, because we're going to close things out. Says the waiting is what it's all about. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah, because he lives in that area. It's so funny. Yeah, because he's from the Carolinas. So, see, like that airport was crash was 2 miles from my school. And I saw the ring footage, right? And it just breaks your heart. But like I said, it's to make the most of your everyday, because like I said, you never know. You never know. It doesn't have to be life-threatening, like health issues that takes you out slowly. It could just happen, anything. So enjoy the time, which is also why for those of you who know, is like I'm doing the most that I can for my father in real time, for that reason, because hey, make the most of the time while he's here, because we don't know if we'll get another holiday season. So yep, life 365, live it. Absolutely. Says the crash was in Statesville, but they live in the next town over, Mooresville. Really, really sad. Yep. Thank you. But you know who else? I absolutely love all of you, because you guys, and like I was saying, this is episode 264. That's 264 consecutive weeks of the Camera Junkie live stream, and it's because of all of you who take the time out and hang out here with me every single week and talk cameras and shoot the breeze. And I can't thank you all enough, because through the thick and thin, we've made it every single week. On the road or not, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be doing the Camera Junkie live stream. So if you're new here and this is the first time that you're seeing it, this is the time where I tell you like, subscribe, and do all the YouTube things, right? So that you're notified of the next live stream. But you can mark it down on your calendars, because it's gonna be happening next Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Mr. Camera Junkie YouTube channel. So take care of yourselves and each other, and I can't wait to see all of your smiling faces right here next week while we do it all over again. So until then, Merry Christmas, and I will see you next time. Talk to you.